day, everybody. So, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you again. So, today I want to talk to you guys about my personal experience of when I first bought a stock. So, it was quite a few years ago, and I was in the market, and I had my eye on this stock for some time now. You guys should know about it. It's still publicly traded, and it's gone up a lot since I bought it, unfortunately. But, hey, comes with the territory. So, the very first company I bought, I'll put the stock ticker first. It's SNE. Don't think I'll ever forget that stock ticker. Otherwise known as Sony. So Sony was the very first company I ever bought and invested in. I didn't make a huge investment. I remember I only bought 100 shares. Now, I bought these shares at a current price of $18.10. Pretty big investment. So, it was a $1,800 investment, $1,810 investment. Plus, I remember I had to pay $9.99 to buy the stock as a trading fee. So it was $1,820 from my first initial investment. So that was my very first stock and my very first investment in the stock market. The stock did go down a little bit very soon after, and it went down to $17.80, which is where I added 100 more shares, making my total position at 200 shares and valuing it around $3,500 and change. And that was really it for my first real investment. I held this for a little while, and I eventually sold out right around the $20 mark. So I didn't make a giant profit at all. I will say that I sold out only a couple of months later. So it was pretty good. I at least made a profit. And let me tell you, I was over the moon ecstatic when I made that profit. Because up until this point, I had pretty much always more or less worked for my money a job, right? So to make money by clicking some buttons was pretty fantastic. I was super happy, and I was kind of hooked from day one. If you don't know, Sony's current price is actually, I'll write it here, about $55. So quite a bit of upside from where I bought it. If you average my price, my average price was around $17.95, so call it $18. That's a pretty big gain. Take away 18 from that, what do you got? You got $37, so 37 times 200. Just off the top of my head, that's about $7,400 off of a $3,500 investment. Not too friggin' shabby. Pretty damn good. Unfortunately, I didn't collect that investment. I only collected about 400 bucks. So, that's the story of my first stock. Not that exciting, but it goes to show you that, you know, you don't need too much money to make a killer profit. Like I said, I did sell out of that stock. I'll tell you guys the next stock I eventually bought, because why not? Well, so the next stock I then bought after that was its competition, stock ticker MSFT. If you don't know by the stock ticker what stock that is, it is Microsoft. That's the company I then bought. I literally took my Sony money and I purchased 100 shares at a price of $39.99. This was also the very first time I put a limit order in, so that was kind of cool, and it triggered. I remember I put it in at $39.99 because I said I didn't want to pay $40, and the stock was trading about $40 all day. So I put in a limit order. I continued going about my day working, and I checked later on in the day, and I had bought it for $39.99. So about $4,000 I paid to own Microsoft at 100 shares. I also did not hold this stock very long. I held it for I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months, not very long at all. I sold out, I honestly forget the price I sold out at, but it wasn't much higher, maybe 41, maybe 42, somewhere in between there. I maybe made $100 on this stock. I literally did not make much. The funny thing though is that in just a few short years, the stock price is now around, I believe it's $109 when I checked today, somewhere around there. So again, I could have made a pretty good profit from there. That's $6,000, about $7,000. Jeez. So all the stocks, if I would have just held on, I would have made about $7,000. Unfortunately, I sold all of them, so I didn't make any of that money really, because I ended up selling both of these stocks very soon after, and then I bought my then biggest holding today, which if you guys follow my channel, you should know it. If you don't, well, then welcome, new people. Or if you watched my videos, well, I guess you weren't paying attention that much, because the company is known as Apple. Apple is the company that I'm currently most heavily invested in. I sold those two companies, and at the time I wanted a company that paid a little bit of dividends and that I could rely on for many years, and it was a company I really wanted. And at the time they were doing a split, a 7 for 1 split, and the price ended up buying it at the time was $599. So I bought Apple at $599. They did a 7 for 1 split, and I believe it was around $80, $85, somewhere around that price range that I'm splitting to. And yeah, and I bought it. Then I added a few more shares since then, quite a few more shares since then. So that's pretty much the story of my first few stocks, and that's the story of how I ended up with Apple. So yeah, I bought Sony, then I bought their competition Microsoft, then I sold all of them, added some more money, and invested in Apple. And I still own it today, and you know, it's worked out pretty well for me. I've 150+% my investment, so I really can't complain that much. Plus I've collected I don't know, maybe over $1,000 easily in dividends, so you know, I can't complain. Maybe I could have done better with other stocks. I remember I was heavily looking into buying Take-Two, which at the time was $19, and the stock is well over $100 now. So you know, it happens, guys, but you can't win them all. As long as you win a little bit, it's still pretty good, right? So overall, I think I did all right. If you could, let me know what your guys' first stock was, or if you haven't actually bought a stock and you're thinking about buying a stock, let me know what you're thinking about your first stock, what you want your first stock to be. There's a lot of great and amazing stocks today in the stock market. Please do let me know. I would love to hear it. It would be super interesting. And yeah, and maybe I'll comment down below my opinion and what I think about your personal stocks. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, as always, please do smash that thumbs up button. And if you want, you can also hit the subscribe button too. It's not mandatory, but it would be pretty fun, at least for me. And maybe you guys, because you might be able to see my pretty face and get more entertainment from me on a day-to-day basis, right? Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, see you later and have a great day.